You're at the Watchman Way. July 20th, 2020. 2020 again. I'm going to start and talk, I think, about... I've had really good response, feedback from talking about, how it was called, that whole process. So I think tonight I'm going to start and dig into that a little bit deeper. I've talked about the way and how it actually translates to our lives every day. And I gave an example in the beginning of when I knew that I was leaving my wife. I knew that it wasn't going to work, that her abandoning me at the time I needed her the most meant that, and then knowing that I was going to continue this work for the rest of my life, there was no way we were going to make it, survive this. And, I had a choice. Do I tell her the truth now or wait till it's more convenient, a time when it would make more sense financially? And I, it didn't take me 2 minutes, and there was no way I could, could not tell her, even though it was going to make things more difficult. But after I did it, it was like a ton of bricks was lifted off of me. That, that whole thing of knowing that, you did the right thing and then let the chips fall where they may. And yeah, it was a little bit tougher going through that first part. But in the long run, it was the right thing to do. Doing my job, I faced the same thing with the Bible. And knowing for a long time that what most people think about the Bible is not true. The Bible, number one, the Bible wasn't written by God. Most people, most Christians don't understand the history of the Bible, which cracks me up that people can have such strong opinions and not have a clue where it came from. They're having blind faith in what has turned out to be a lot of false prophets. They're taking the interpretation of the Bible from their ministers, many of whom are traitors to God and traitors to our country. 85,000 Christian ministers in America were signed up for the FEMA response team. They were getting paid every month so that they would turn in their flocks when the time came to FEMA camps, basically selling out their flocks. They don't understand that the Bible was assembled by Emperor Constantine, not a priest, not a pope. An emperor was in charge of assembling the Bible in 330 AD at the Council of Nicaea. Religion, the Bible, they've all been manipulated to control us. Now, having said all that, it would have been much easier for me to put that on the back burner, not talk about the Bible and the situation with the Bible, and the Bible not being what we've been taught that it is. And then here's the other dilemma that I face. What the things that God has told me directly contradict what Christians believe the Bible is. So I've got that whole dilemma going on where God's telling me one thing and Christians in the Bible and their interpretation of the Bible are telling me something else. Now, the other thing here is that most of these things that God's telling me are things that I've told you about, the intuition and getting these messages for a very long time, since I was a kid. Those all jive. Again, it would be easier not to even cross that bridge until everything came out, right? Because in a matter of weeks, I think, for sure this year, I think all of this is going to be real. I keep saying everything that's hidden will be known. That means the history of the Bible, the history of religion, how it's been manipulated. We're going to get, I think, source documents that are thousands of years old that explain all of this. The truth is going to come out. Everything that I've been saying is going to be confirmed. But it would have been much easier for me to wait for it to come out, and then there's no friction, there's no conflict. I'm not taking the heat I'm taking, but it's not the right thing to do. It's not what God wanted. God wanted me to fight this battle early, to warn people that it's not what you think. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's not meant to be taken literally. Have you ever noticed that you can argue almost any point out of the Bible? I mean, just for an example, an eye for an eye and turn the other cheek. Completely opposite points of view, both in the Bible. There's example after example after example, and contradictions you can find throughout. How we use the Bible, I've talked about this. I don't want to get into it too deep today, but the main point I wanted to make was that sometimes we in the back of our minds, we convince ourselves it's for the better not getting into a subject, not tackling those tough topics with friends or family or whatever, because they might be uncomfortable. There might be some headbutting. There might be some pushback. And my experience has been, since I started following the way, was it back in January, that I really, and I've always followed the way, for the most part. But it's things like this, right? In the past, I probably would have kept my mouth shut and just played it out, right? And let it reveal itself instead of forcing the issue. But again, it's not the right thing to do. And especially when God is pushing me along, I really had no choice except to do what God wanted and take this on head on and let the chips fall where they may. For the most part, I think it's gone well. I've taken a lot of heat, but I also feel better that I did this, that I took it head on and didn't dodge it and wait until it got easier. Because it's not about what's easy for me. It's about what's going to make it easier for everybody else. So just some more insight into what this job is about. Um, wanted to talk about the body double, whatever that is that they're throwing out that's supposed to be Kamala Harris. Um, it's unbelievable. Is there anyone out there? Please let me know tonight. Is there anyone watching who thinks that whatever they trotted out as Kamala Harris, I don't know, was it a day or two ago? I mean, to me, it looked like it could have been a robot. You know, it was so bad. Um, it was ridiculous that they would actually think anybody could buy this crap. It just shows how desperate they are, how low on resources they are. Because for them to put that out there, as bad as it was, it's all they got left. It's exposing that they're at their end game here. They don't have much left. This isn't going to go on much longer. I still believe big things are coming this week. I believe lockdown is over by the end of this month. Masks are over by the end of this month nationwide. No more bullshit. President Trump's gonna knock this out with an executive order. This is unconstitutional. It's destroying lives. It's time for it to end. President Trump is going to allow this circus to go on any longer. 100%. This is over this month. I just don't see him letting it go any further. We've accomplished everything we need to accomplish. And with all of the other signals we're getting about big arrests coming, and all the pedophilia that's being exposed, this isn't going to go on much longer. We don't need it to, because all the people that we're concerned about are going to be locked up here very soon. And they got nothing. You know, I know people are worried. You know, they're going to try something. Let them try. There's no nukes. There's no bioweapons, I don't believe, left. They can do some of the things they've been doing. They can run some of their sleeper cells out maybe with some automatic weapons. There is nothing that's thousands of people are going to die here. We're at the end of this thing. They got really nothing left of any consequence. Nothing to fear, nothing to worry about, for sure. That St. Louis couple got charged with a felony. The ones that pulled their guns out to defend their home against trespassing protesters. This would be a good time, I think, for Barr to step in and shut down this local prosecutor. We've got constitutional rights here. This is still America. The whole point of the Second Amendment is being able to defend yourself and your property. So for them to be charged with a felony when they're just exercising their constitutional rights isn't going to fly. And I would hope, and here's the problem. You know, you can say, well, it's going to work itself out in the courts. Yeah, that's true. But at what cost? I mean, look what happened to General Flynn with all the overreach of you know, the FBI and the DOJ. That no American should have to go through that. And Barr could put a stop to it by stepping in and coming to the defense of these people. And I think it would be legitimate because their constitutional rights are being violated. And that's a perfect example of a case that the Attorney General could be involved in. And it's going to send a message to all these other liberal cities that people do have the right to defend themselves, and the DOJ is going to stand behind those rights. They'll end this crap real quick. The suspect who killed the judge's son on the Epstein, has something to do with the Epstein case. Turns out to be an attorney. Turns out to be an attorney that argued a case in, I think, 2015. It was a few years ago. I think it was 2015. This attorney sued, I think it might have been MSNBC and a reporter for basically spreading false news about President Trump. He was basically coming to the defense of President Trump. And I think the case may have been dismissed. I don't think, well, and here's a couple other things. Okay, so this guy comes up to the house. I guess, he at least left or escaped in a private vehicle. In other words, he didn't have a UPS van, but he's got a uniform and a mask. Well, they didn't really say what kind of a mask. If it was just the standard, the fake paper mask that people are wearing, the blue ones, I guess that would be, semi-expected. I'm not sure exactly what it was. It didn't go into detail, but the first question would be, why would you care if you had a mask on? Because the guy committed suicide, or supposedly committed suicide. I have a feeling that maybe this guy didn't really do this shooting. That they set this guy up, they nabbed him, murdered the judge's son, then took this guy out, murdered him, and made it look like a suicide, so they can now say, oh, a deranged Trump supporter is on the rampage. To me, it's the only thing that makes sense. Usually in these cases, somebody's going to commit suicide in that instance. They usually do it right there. The guy could have left, but just the whole thing, the mask, that he's an attorney who was involved in a case years ago. I mean, attorneys are in cases all the time. It just seems to me like there's going to be more to this story, and I'm betting the deep state's behind this, 100%. Just something's not right here. There's more to this story is going to come out. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a deep state job. Universities nationwide promote mental health app to treat anxiety over racism. How convenient. We've got anxiety over racism, over imaginary racism. you know, I grew up at a time when there was still a little bit of racism in America. Um, I don't see it today. Um, we have come a long way in our race relations. This is 100%. This whole fiasco is 100% deep state, globalist driven to divide us, and it's lame. It's it's never going to get any traction because nobody believes it. You know, you got a few paid agitators running around the country, but America itself, America doesn't buy this crap any more than they buy, you know, the fake Fox News polls saying that Biden's got a 9-point lead on President Trump. Oh, and by the way, I don't even know how they get away with this crap. They only polled 22% Republicans. What, I don't, now if you're going to do a poll like this, you should, I mean, if you're going to do it right, independents, Democrats, Republicans, a third each would make sense, wouldn't it? I'll guarantee you, they do a correct poll, and all the correct polls that have been done, President Trump is, and you have to, they skew these things to make it easy, or basically trying to herd the answers to what they want, right? Which is what they're trying to do is get people to think that, oh my God, President Trump's in trouble and has no chance, blah, blah, blah. It's, the problem with that is we know from last time these guys are full of crap. And it's not going to work. It's so, they're like a bunch of fumbling amateurs. It's so bad. It's embarrassing. It really is. This is what they got. Yeah. And an app. That's going to do a lot of good. An app to treat anxiety. It's all to promote racism bullshit. They don't care if you got anxiety. They don't want to help you. They want to ramp the anxiety up. They're looking at ways to throw gas on that fire. Oh, here's another good one. Florida's Broward County orders residents to enforce mandatory mask rules at home. Yeah, you got to enforce mask rules at your house. Good luck with that, Florida. Broward County. Is that a surprise? The most criminal county in the country, I believe. Everybody there ought to be locked up. Everybody in that government, that Broward County criminal organization needs to be rounded up. It's a joke. Broward County. It's embarrassing. Let's see. Silver soars as turbocharged tech sends greed to record highs. This thing is going down any day, guys. Silver's over $20 an ounce. Big things coming Wednesday, I think. This isn't going to go on. Like I've been saying, before the end of the month, I think the whole thing, economy's done, probably reset declared Either President Trump's reset or Nasara. I think it's coming. Swamp drain. We already see the exposure of the pedophiles. I can't believe the stuff they're putting out there. It's over. It's over this month. I mean, there's just too much going on. I mean, if you can't feel this energy building, and trust me, it's an energy. Has to do with the ascension, has to do with the awakening. And the Satanists, the satanic pedophiles, are pissing their pants because they know God and the seals are coming for them. Here's another good one. New York Democrats want to tax stock market trades as state revenues plummet because everybody's leaving New York. So now you're going to kill the goose that laid the golden egg for New York, the stock exchange, by taxing trades. Yeah, that's going to go real well. Just put a gun to their head. Put a gun to the stock market's head and put them out of their misery because it's over. This is just meaningless chatter from trained monkeys right now. They don't have time to get anything like this enacted, I don't think, because it's going to come down before then. But that's their whole answer. Tax, 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 tax. It can't go on forever, guys. EU nears agreement on stimulus fund with $390 billion in grants. The globalist experiment of the EU is ready to tank. They're done. The EU's done. And the globalist agenda goes down the drain with it. Too bad, globalist. Your devious plans. God had a different idea. Sorry. Good luck at Gitmo. Republican congressman proposes legislation forcing declaration of war on China if Taiwan is invaded. Does that sound like a neocon to you? Sure does to me. Neocon / globalist / deep state rat. What would be the point of that? Boxing us into a war with China. Number one, it's not going to fly. President Trump's never going to sign the crap. But just the fact that they're trying to do this, very clearly, this guy's a globalist. I don't think China's going to invade Taiwan anyway, but then there's not going to be a war with China. They really want one. They want a war somewhere. They're doing everything in their power to start one, but everybody's onto it. The white hat elements around the world are onto it. You've got some black hat elements in different countries that would play along. It's not going to happen. God doesn't want it to happen, number one. And everybody's onto the game now. Okay. POTUS Chief of Staff Mark Meadows says indictments coming from Durham probe. There's a lot of indictments coming, not just from the Durham probe. This tsunami is about ready to be unleashed. I think it's coming this week. Pay attention on Friday. Try and make, I don't know. Big things could happen on Wednesday without taking the markets down. So, don't be discouraged and think that, maybe you got a check coming in at the end of the week or next week and it's going to be too late. There's no telling. I think something big's going to come, but that doesn't mean it's going to affect the economy immediately. I think, there still could be some time between whatever comes out on Wednesday, and I think something big is coming out, until it triggers other things. Now, it could blow up on Wednesday, but, I guess, we're going to have to wait and see, but still keep an open mind about what you want to do, because nothing is in stone at this point. I had, talked to a couple of people the last day and a half about, this very thing. Don't get discouraged until the prices skyrocket. We're going to be able to buy, and I intend to keep buying till at least $1,000 an ounce or a coin. And probably keep buying till the end. But we'll see how it goes. Obviously, the more you buy now at these prices, the better you're going to like it. So whatever you need to do to make it happen, try and make it happen before Wednesday, as far as another buy. That also goes for last minute warning, red pilling. We have to assume this could happen any day now, guys. It's that precarious. I know I keep saying it, but that's what we're in right now. It's that weak. This thing could go down any day. There's 50 things 50 triggers in the world that could collapse the economy. And then maybe throw off President Trump's timing. I mean, I think he wants to do this in a certain order. I think he wants the reset before the collapse. There doesn't have to be a collapse if there's a reset. And a collapse is just going to cause panic, chaos, anxiety. We want to keep that to a minimum. So it's better if Nasara or just a generic reset occurs before the collapse. Dems fume as DHS tackles Portland anarchy, while POTUS plans to send feds to major cities. Just the beginning. This is another great example. The DHS, my mind, was unconstitutional and was another tool that the globalists put in place to use to control us. And there's another police force, right? And look what's happening now. They're arresting the very people who created them to control us. The symmetry to this is beautiful. I mean, just look at all of it. Religion, the Bible, the internet, social media, all of these things were created to to control us. And all of them have been turned against the globalists to bring them down. Perfection. God at work. That's how do you just tell me, how do they think they were going to win? And how does anybody now, when we can see clearly where we're at, looking at the big picture, think that we have anything to worry about? That comes from ignorance, from not understanding the big picture, not seeing the whole playing field, and being able to identify that they got nothing. There's nothing left. Name a threat. You can't, because they got nothing left. There's no ammo, no fuel for their fires. It's done. They're out of gas. Okay. Let's see. I think we got... Boy, 105 tonight. Wow. Oh, guys, you've been doing awesome. So remember, both for the Watchman Way page and the Watchman page, when members go to that page, there's a blue button on top. You can invite anyone on your friends list. Please invite everyone on your friends list. There's no reason not to do that right now. Invite them for both the Watchman page and the Watchman Way page. Now, if you do this for most of your friends list, they may cut you off and not let you do it for a day or two. Big deal. So what? You can't invite anybody for a day or two. Keep checking, and when it comes back on, invite the rest of your list. This is the easiest way to get people red-pilled and prepared. You know, you got somebody that you don't want to tackle head on, invite them. It's not going to hurt. I'm amazed at how many people who find us like that way, and 2 days later they're buying $10,000 or $15,000 in Litecoin or silver or both. It doesn't hurt, guys. There's no friction, because you're just sending them an invite. If they take it or not, that's up to them. But invite everybody on your friends list to both groups. It's one of the best things you can do, and it's one of the easiest things you can do. Jerry, what's up? Roxanne, Chelsea, hello. Daria, what's up? Serene, what's up? What am I doing here? Am I going the wrong way? Yep. Jerry and his twin brother Gary. God. I'm having hell here tonight. Carla, what's up? Tony, what's up? Paris, hello. Tommy, Cindy Lou. Why? Chris, what's up? Jason, what's up? Keisha, how are you? Dennis, what's up? You got it turned up, Dennis? Timothy, what's going on? David, what's up? Deborah, hello. Sasha, hello. Cecil, how you doing? Lisa, hello. D, what's up? Dave, what's up? Patricia, hello. Gary, 2, what's up? David, how's it going? I don't know why. Paula, Linda, cousin Monica, how you doing? John, Brian, Becky, hello. Tana, Donna, Arica, how you doing? What did I say, Darren? Tina, hello. Larry, what's up? Talked to Larry's brother the other day. Suzanne, hello. Lynn, hello. Tony and Rory, how you doing? Jill, hello. Jeff, what's up? Stephanie, Susan, Edith, how you doing? Wendy, hello. Hut One, what's up? Myra, hello. Joe, what's happening? Glenn, how you doing? From New York via the Ukraine. Libby, what's happening? Lena, hello. What the heck is wrong with this thing? Oh boy. Samantha, hello. Mark, what's up? Aaron, what's up? What the heck is going on here? Kevin, hello. Jessica, how you doing? Rich, hello. Sean, hello. Arlene, Felicia, Linda, Judy, Leah, hello. Sharon and Justin, Shirley, Vicky, Benny, Melanie, Dallas from Montana. How you doing, Dallas? I don't know if it's my phone or this damn stylus. Give me hell today. This can't be the end, is it? I think it might be the end, guys. Where are we at here? Cheryl, hello. Okay, guys. More and more is happening every day. This thing is building every day. I don't see us getting to the end of the month without something breaking. You know, the either the SAR or the reset, the swamp draining. There's just too much you can't hold it back. It's like, the kid on the dike, you know, plugging the holes in the dike with his finger, and pretty soon there's just too many holes, and the whole thing burst. That's where we're at right now. You know, all these criminals have their fingers in the dike trying to plug the holes, and it's getting away from them. Um, this thing just the energy this thing's generating can't go on much longer. So we got to keep the pressure on. We have to keep pushing. It's the same thing, guys. Every day's important. Every person's important. We're getting more people every single day that are buying Litecoin and silver. Whatever time we have left, whether it's 2 days or 2 months, we have to push through till the end. It's close. I mean, I can just feel this coming. It's big. It's going to be huge, guys. It's going to change the world. It's going to rock the world. Beware of the cognitive dissonance. I less than 5% of the population really has a clue what's going on. Just imagine that. Most of the world finding out in a very short period of time everything that we've taken years to learn. It's going to be devastating. We're going to have to be ready for it. Be looking for it, especially in your loved ones, people in your group. Be ready to reach out if you see that, depression or change in behavior. Be looking for it. There's going to be a lot of it. I'm going to end it there for tonight, guys, with our prayer for God and country. Amen. I'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.